Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, I want to talk about the top 5 growth stocks that every investor should buy right now. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to learn more about investing in the market, check out my course. I'll put a link to it down below so you guys can check it out and learn more about investing in the market. So stock number 1 is ticker symbol FB, also known as Facebook, also known as Meta, because Facebook did announce a major name change from Facebook to Meta. Now, one of the main reasons why I think Facebook carries a ton of long-term potential and potential in general is because of the metaverse. Facebook is heavily invested into the metaverse, and for those of you that don't know what that is, Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, explained it, and he said it is the way that we turn the digital world physical. And I think that's honestly really crazy because he was explaining, you put on those VR glasses and you can, chat with coworkers, you can, see experiences without leaving your house. I think that carries a lot of potential, especially in the long run. So Facebook is heavily invested in that. Not to mention, it's just on a decent price, right? If we look at Facebook, you can see it hits this yellow line. This yellow line represents the 200 moving average line. So it hits it several times, and every single time when it's near and around that price in that line, we have that tendency to see buying pressure from the stock. So it hit it in here, buying pressure, hit it in here, buying pressure, hit it in here. We're getting that buying pressure back up to at least about 350. So there's that $20 move that you can definitely make some money off of. Not to mention, if we actually look at the major support for this stock, you can see it does have a lot of support right here at about 320. So there could be a move from, that 320 mark all the way up to here. If it does break out of this resistance, could easily hit highs here at about 380. I still think Facebook is a strong stock. This is not going anywhere anytime soon. Facebook holds billions of dollars in cash. So if they need to invest in the business or something along those lines, they easily can do that without skipping a beat. It's by far one of my favorite stocks. And yeah, it's sold off just because a lot of people are saying it's overvalued. They've been in the news for a variety of things that just happen with business. But you can see from the highs, it's sold off right at about 13%. So it's virtually like buying the stock on a pretty decent discount. So it's definitely worth, checking out for sure. Stock number 2 is SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI, by far one of my favorite, growth stock in the fintech sector. You can see it has that major support near and around 14 to about 1370. Right in that zone, we have that tendency to just see a lot of buying pressure enter, right? It hits it just multiple times, establishing that price as a very, very strong contender for support. Hits it, I really think we're going to slowly see a move back up to at least $17 to about $20. Not to mention JP Morgan, a variety of other analysts are giving this a price rating at about $24 to $26 a share. So given that it sold off a lot, the stock carries a lot of potential, and I'm super excited to see kind of what happens with it within the next couple of years. Yeah, this could be a little more volatile, but still carry a lot of potential in general. Stock number 3 is PayPal. This one here I'm buying just because it's sold off a ton, right? This one in general has sold off right at about 40% of value, which is absolutely crazy. If we actually go ahead and we clear this drawing set, you can see the stock a little clearer. You can see it was trading in between this, $200 or $310 mark. It had that very, very strong resistance, had a very, very hard time breaking above it. In general, had that nice, beautiful upward trend. Did have some support right here at about, the 230 mark. Hits it, establish it. And then we just had this tendency to just see this major sell-off, that general downward trend start taking over the stock. So me personally, I think it did establish some support near about $178. I think we'll see some buying pressure there enter shortly and move its way back up to about 217 right at this little peak right here. I think there is a move from that price zone. Not to mention PayPal in general is heavily invested in crypto and a variety of other things, and they're just one of the stronger contenders in the fintech sector. So it's definitely worth picking up a couple dollars worth. You can't go wrong with it. Set your stops. If not, just dollar cost average it. Get those good average price shares so you guys can make a lot of money in the long run. stock, what is this? Number 4 is Nvidia. Now, I've been investing in Nvidia for quite a while now. One of the main reasons why I love it is just because the general demand for the stock and the company and their products. The products are made extremely well. They are invested in crypto. They get a lot of their customers actually from the crypto sector, from mining and a whole bunch of other things. But for those of you that don't know what NVIDIA is, because the name sounds weird, it's pretty much a computer company. They make a whole bunch of, semiconductors, they make graphics cards and a variety of other things to help your computer. And with the overall growth we've seen from electronics in general, NVIDIA really has proven to be a fantastic stock. They did that 4-to-1 stock split right in here, and the stock just took off. Pays a dividend. You can't go wrong with it. And given that it's sold off from the highs right at about 18%, it's like buying your favorite car on a 20% discount. You can't go wrong with it. Dollar cost average it. If you don't have any shares, now would be the good time to slowly start investing in it and develop that good average price for your shares. It sold off a little bit, but things happen with businesses, and you just have to be a long-term investor and just shake out the short-term volatility. The last and final stock is Google. Google is an absolute powerhouse. You can't go wrong with it. Did sell off a little bit, nothing major. It did establish, it's very hard to see, but we have this purple line. It established that as major support, so you can see it hits it. We get buying pressure every single time there, given that it's still off its highs, buying on somewhat of a discount. Not to mention Google is not going anywhere anytime soon. Google owns so much that we don't even realize, and they make a ton of money. They have billions of dollars hoarding in cash. And yeah, a good strategy would be dollar cost averaging. Develop that good average price for your shares, because Google is not going anywhere. It's going to be a great stock to have, even 2 to 5 years out. You can't go wrong with it, guys. So especially with the overall growth of the metaverse coming up in the future, I think this is going to be another one in that sector. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe. Take care.